I remember as a kid, I always thought that being in your 30s was so old, but really and truly, it's not old. I feel like when you are in your 30s, you are just now getting started. Because look, in your 20s, it's like you hustling, you trying to figure out who you are as a person. You know, you dating, you getting to know like yourself, but you're not caring as much as you care about getting to know yourself in your 30s. I'm sorry, like I went to therapy in my 20s. Baby, that therapy was for Tasha in her 20s and her childhood. Now, the therapy in my 30s is just more intentional. I feel like when you get in your 30s, that's what it is. You just operate with more intentionality. Is that a word? I don't know. Maybe I didn't say that right. But anyways, you just more intentional about your life, about who you allow in your life, what type of friends you have, where you want to live. Like, I ain't never considered a place to live based on me as a person. I'm like, what do I want to have in the next city that I live in? I know for sure it has to have nature. I know I want to be able to walk places. I know I want to be able to meet black people that look like me. I know I want community. I would have never thought about that in my 20s. I'm telling you right now. I'm also like, okay, when I save, I also want to save this way. I want to put my money in this place. I want to make sure that the budget is tight. I've always been a budgeter. I'm not going to lie. But I don't know. It's just something about just getting in your 30s and just being more intentional about things that enhance your life for the betterment of who you are. You know? Also, like, even with jobs and stuff, I am seeing so many people that I know in their 30s, they are pivoting, going from working in one career for maybe 6 years or 6 to 10 years, and now they doing something totally different. I know somebody that went from teaching to a DJ. I know somebody that went from teaching to working at a big corporation. I know somebody that left teaching to work at for insurance. Like, of course I'm talking about teaching because I'm a teacher, so that's my experience. But it's just amazing to see what people will do. And a lot of times the younger generation feels like that life stops in your 30s. And I just feel like, nah, actually, we all had it wrong. And they got it wrong right now. Actually, we just getting started. Like, we just getting started. We're just freaking getting started. And it's so fun, and it's so nice to just really get to know yourself on a different level, and to just say, you know what, I hold myself accountable for some of the things that I actually allow and put myself through, because now I see that that was me being the problem in that sense. You know, in your 20s, maybe you operate with a little bit more ego. Well, some of us did. We operated with a little bit more ego, or maybe we wasn't healed in certain areas. And I'm not saying like in your 30s you completely healed, but if you're moving right, you are healed from a lot of things that can help you move forward in life. Especially if you did take out the time to go to therapy. You know, you have a good friend group that holds you accountable. You just putting in that work, honestly. So I love that. So now let's talk about like me right now at this state that I'm in. I'm in my 30s, of course. And I'm thinking about pivoting again at some point. I don't know exactly when, but I think I'm ready right now. And I just feel like, dang, this next place I go to is so many things that it has to have in order for me to be the best version of myself that I can be, and go beyond that. Because the thing is not to stay in the same position, not to be the same person. It's to grow even closer to where you're supposed to be, you know? So I'm like, I have to be intentional about that. Like, I have to move somewhere where I can find a great church. I have to move somewhere where I can travel, because I do enjoy traveling. I have to be somewhere where I can experience nature and safety. That matters to me. I have to be somewhere where there's a gym around. Like, that matters to me. Stuff like that really matters to me, and I just really want to make sure I am intentional about even that aspect of my life. You know, even like how I have my hair in locks right now. Right now, locks is convenient for me. I'm living abroad. I know it will be very difficult for me to find a natural hairstylist for my hair. So this is what works for me with this version of my life, you know? But maybe when I go to a different version of my life, I might want to change my hair up, because maybe I'll have a natural hairstylist that I can actually trust to get my hair in a healthier state. So yeah, y'all, it is really about being intentional, and I feel like that's what your 30s is. It's you being more intentional about you and wanting the best for yourself. Like, that's what the focus is truly on. And you also realize, like, that is what you have control over. You do have control over yourself, but you know what you don't got control over? People. People's decisions. But you do have control over how you react, how you respond. I know react and respond similar, but whatever. You have control over all of that. So, y'all, that's my little 2-piece for today. I'm just now getting off work. I'm tired. We have parents meeting. But really, we just, like I said, we just getting started. So, for all of y'all that's dreading getting 30, don't dread it. And also, I hear a lot of people in their 20s. They be like 28, 29. When I get in my 30s, I'm going to do this. I'm telling you. You get to your 30s so fast. I ain't gonna lie to you. You get to your 30s so fast, and you realize, dang, I thought I was gonna be doing all of this, but honestly, I'm still at this phase of my life, you know? Like, a lot of people had it set to where, like, oh, in my 30s, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. I said we just need to live life and let the cards fall where they may. Of course, have some type of good plans in your life, but also stay open to allowing God to navigate your life how He wants to, because at the end of the day, He has something way better than what we can ever even fathom. So stay open, stay grounded, stay ready. That's all I got for real now. All right, y'all. Bye.